Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the PivotBoss pre-market video for Friday, October 2nd, 2020. I am Frank Ochoa, aka PivotBoss. Happy Friday, everyone. First of all, I'd like to say thank you all very much for those of you who joined me yesterday afternoon for our monthly market outlook. We went over 90 minutes strong there, looking at various markets, looking at seasonality, looking at tons of different candidates, long and short. If you want to find that, it has been posted and is up and available at the YouTube page there. It will be posted to pivotboss.com soon. All right, let's take a look here at the ES in the daily time frame. You see a pretty significant overnight sell-off has occurred here as price dropped away from the pivot range. This is something we talked about in our monthly outlook. Lower value relationship and price pushing into this zone if it can't find a way to get above 33.92 half or 3400, then we likely see this thing rotate down to test this recent low at 3200, if not lower. So right now you're seeing some selling pressure here. The next key level here to continue to watch is going to be the previous month's close price. The previous month's close is basically the close a couple of days ago. That close is 38 half. And right now, if price really can't find acceptance above 38.5 or 33.40, then we may be looking at more weakness ahead in the near term. So right now, looking very weak early on away from this lower value relationship with the potential to see more weakness ahead. In the near term, if price can find acceptance above 33.40, then that opens up the potential to see kind of a tail develop at the lower end of the day's range, which could change things. Again, real strength really comes into play above 3,400. All right, let's take a look now at the NQ. The NQ testing 11.320 at the moment. This one also pulling back, a bearish outside day right now. Again, the level that we've talked about is the 11.6 level right there. 11.6 and the 11.560 has been the zone that I mentioned here, and if price rejects that area, we likely turn down and test the previous month's low price. Now, any push through 11.6 here with big time acceptance and a transition day here, that would easily open up the upper end of the previous range there. But as of right now, again, lower value relationship, continuing to see resistance at 11.6. No real confirmation or explosion through that zone. Instead, we've seen a rejection back down, and that could open the door to more weakness here if price starts to push below this support. We can drop down here and kind of trade in here for a bit, but below 11.050, 11.075, that starts to open up some weakness down toward 10.6. All right, let's take a look now at crude oil. You'll see here with crude oil, this one has sold off tremendously here in the near term, getting a failed high the previous session that led to a bearish outside day, and this even led to more weakness from there, reaching down into 37 right now. That's pretty significant. Again, we talked about how the market was showing signs of weakness here before with the breakdown through support here, the retest at support, the failed high, but this was a little bit of a hiccup here that almost looked like this thing was about to get going to the upside until it failed, and it failed big and hit these lower levels. You can see even right now we're starting to sell off at the RTH open right now. 8 a.m. RTH open Central Time has been a major source of selling pressure here for crude oil lately. We could see additional selling pressure as this thing reaches for the 36.13, which is the key range low ahead. All right, let's take a look here at crude oil, rather gold futures. With the ES and NQ looking a bit weak here, crude oil starting to show strength off the key range low. Here's the key range low, 1874.20. We've seen trapped participants below it, a bounce off the 1850, and a continuation higher. And again, we have a lower value relationship here to contend with, so price really needs to get above the top of that pivot range there, which is 1926s. But we could see a pullback that gives us a higher low and go that takes us through that level and into 1981.70. So right now, basically, as long as price can stay above 1874.20, we have a shot to get to 1981.70 as a high probability target. And above that, it really is going to take some oomph to start trading the upper end of that range. But right now, at least in the near term, we have very clear directional bias in the near term if price can stay above 1874. All right, that is it for now. We'll see how this develops here heading into the rest of the session. Have a fantastic Friday and a great weekend ahead. Please be sure to like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the trade room. Take care.